There are really two different kinds of faded black and white prints that you'll deal with, and I'll show you how to deal with both of them. This one is an ordinary faded black and white print. This is the kind that you see most of the time. An easy way to fix this is to go to the Layers palette, go down to the Adjustment Layer button, and choose Curves. You may recognize this trick from one of the other videos, but what we're going to do is take the black eyedropper tool and try and find the very darkest, blackest part of the picture, which I believe would be up in here somewhere. Click on that to set the shadows. Then take the white eyedropper, find what you think is going to be the very lightest portion, which I think would be this writing right here. Click on that. Then finally, take the middle eyedropper and click on a mid-tone to kind of neutralize the color of it. Now you can see that that's gone a long way towards fixing this picture. However, the shadows are a little bit clogged up, so we can take this curve here, lighten them up just a little bit. Maybe darken the midtones just a tad. And let's see the before and after. There's the before. Whoops. There's the before. And there's the after. And if we wanted to restore a nice sepia color to it, we'd do that with an adjustment layer as well. We'd go to the bottom of the Layers palette, choose Hue and Saturation, click Colorize, and find a nice sepia looking hue, and then adjust the saturation to suit us. There. So there it is, before the sepia and after. So that's one way to deal with a faded photograph. But then you've got really badly faded photographs. Now this is one where we could use the same technique to bring it back somewhat, but this one's faded so badly that even that technique isn't going to produce very good results. So I want to show you a different way to deal with really badly faded photos. What we're going to do is use the Layers palette. Let me move this up here so you can see it better. And we're going to take this background layer and drag it down on top of the New Layer button, which makes a copy. Then we're going to take this copy, in the blending modes up at the top, we're going to change it to Multiply. Now you can see that's actually darkened it up a bit because it's multiplying this layer with what's underneath it. Then we take that multiplied layer, drag it on top of the New Layer button, and you can see what's beginning to happen here. It's actually building up and restoring what's been faded out originally. Okay, now that's looking pretty good so far. We've restored a lot of detail to it. Now this photograph's never going to be perfect because so much was lost over time. But we've got a lot we can work with here. Next, we can add an adjustment layer. I recommend on something like this to go with levels. And we can adjust the highlights and midtones using these sliders to get this photograph looking its very best. So now with just a little bit of retouching, we can get this photograph back to fairly close to where it was originally. And there's a lot of detail in here that you literally could not see, even zoomed in, before we did this technique. It's a good way to save a photo that you would have thought had been lost.